Hello, my sweet K through 2nd Bush stars. Today we're going to review and introduce lines. So this is a line chart that I have, and I'm just going to review the lines really quick. We have zigzag, we have broken, which these kind of look like the lines in the street. We have wavy, which are kind of like the ocean. We have straight, which is also called horizontal. It's also like the horizon line, and the horizon line is where the sky and the ground meet. Now, when you look out at the horizon, there's not an actual line, but it's an implied line. So it's a straight line, horizon line. Then we have a spiral, which is like a snail. Then we have a curve, which is like a hill. And then we have dash. And dash is not the Incredibles dash, but it's a small little dash. It's kind of like a broken dash, a broken line, except it's a smaller line and it's called a dash. We also have diagonal. We have a bent. We have a vertical, which is straight up and down like a tree. We have parallel, and parallel lines are two lines that are side by side that never touch. So they're always like this. They could be a diagonal parallel line or a horizontal parallel line. It can be any parallel line as long as they don't touch. Then we have crosshatch, which is kind of like a tic-tac-toe, but with more lines. Then you have thick and thin, and you can have thick and thin vertical or horizontal, or thick and thin parallel, or thick and thin diagonal. You can make any of these lines thick or thin. Then the last one is the angular. This one's just kind of a wiggly wobbly line, and it reminds me of a little earthworm. So what I want you guys to do is you are going to take a piece of paper and you're going to fold it in half. And you want to try and fold this in half and match the corners up. Let's see, I'll put this here so you can kind of see. Match the corners up the best you can. Try not to have them all wonky-woo like that. You want them as straight as possible. Then you're going to fold it again, just like this. Now you can fold it this way, or you could open it up and fold it, which is what I'm going to do because I really want my lines to be really cornered and almost perfect. Are they going to be perfect? No, but I want them pretty perfect. And then I'm going to fold this again because I really just want these creases to be really good and to where I can see them. Okay, so let me go grab something that I forgot. You know I have a crazy Miss Gordon brain. Okay, so then what you're going to need a ruler and a black marker. You don't have to have a Sharpie, but I just use Sharpies all the time. So I have my Sharpie. And you can ask for an adult, or you can try to do this on your own because we're going to actually use a ruler a lot. But I'm going to line the ruler up with my center crease. I'm going to hold. Every time I draw a line, I always, so I'm right-handed, so I hold with my left hand down and then I draw my line. Okay. So I'm just going to crease these again just to get a good crease. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, so again, I'm right-handed, so I'm using my left hand to push down on my ruler and make my line. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just lining my ruler up to make sure it's straight with the folded paper. Okay, so when you finish, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections. So what I want you to do with each section, I want you to use a different color marker, and you're going to make 8 different lines all in the sections. So of course I like the rainbow, so I have a rainbow. So I have used a ruler, and I'll show you how to make it very nice and neat. And I did horizontal lines. I think this one's my curved line, my vertical line, a zigzag line. I don't know if you can see that with the, I did broken and dashes on this one, okay? Because they're the same line, it's just one smaller than the other. This one I did diagonal. This one I did wavy. I always get wavy and curvy mixed up. So it depends on the size. So if you look at my wavy has a big hump. And my curvy has like little ones. And then I did spiral, okay? So if you don't remember all the lines that I showed you, you can always pause and reverse the video and go back and look at the lines that I have on here. So I do want to show you really quick how to make these really nice, pretty lines. So this is step 1 of our next project. So you are going to need to figure out your lines, and you're going to want to make them nice and neat. You can use Sharpies if you have them, or skinny markers. Skinny markers work great. So what I do is I use a ruler, and I've already got my boundary. Put my cap on the end so I don't lose it. And I use my left hand because I'm right-handed, and I hold my ruler and I make my line, and then I scoot it over and make my line and scoot it over. And I have paper underneath here, so it's okay if I go on the table. So if you do like what I'm doing, make sure you have something under your paper so you don't get marks on the table if you're using your parents' good furniture. So I just move it along. Now if I wanted to, I could scoot it more and draw some more lines. Just like this. But I've turned my paper to work for me instead of me working for my paper. So right now it looks like I'm making vertical lines, but when I finish, you'll see that I actually have horizontal lines, okay? So I'm gonna put the cap back on my lid. I'm gonna get an orange marker. I have my markers everywhere in here. Okay, all I can find is oh, there's an orange skinny one. So I'm going to stick with my rainbow because I like the rainbow. And the next one I'm going to do is, let's see, what do I want to do? I'm going to do, bent. So bent, go like this. I'm going to go really slow. I'm going to put my lines together. Kind of looks like a doorway. Okay. Now it turns into a rainbow. To me, it looks like a rainbow. But it's also kind of like an optical illusion because it looks like it gets smaller and bigger. That's how you can draw a doorway if you want. Like you're walking into a tunnel. Or it reminds me of the Trail of Lights, if y'all have been to the Trail of Lights, where it has like the lights that you can walk under. Oh, y'all know I have a crazy brain, so it reminds me of all kinds of stuff. So you're going to keep going with this until you have filled up all 8 of your sections with different lines, okay? And then what I did is I wrote the name of the lines on the back of mine so I would remember what I had done. And you can make as many of these as you want, but I would like you to at least make 1 sheet. All right, guys, I will see y'all later. I miss you guys. Bye.